Good afternoon. I am Andy Sullivan, and this is your Blendertainment vlog for October 7th, 2024, the week of October 7th, 2024. The University of Kentucky football team was on a bye this week, but there was plenty of excitement, and in SEC country, the excitement was that Vanderbilt, yes, Vanderbilt, upset Alabama Saturday night, 40-35. Goalposts were torn down. It was unbelievable that that Vandy even won the game. I'm fairly certain that somebody called in to one of the Alabama shows, might even call into the Feinbaum show this afternoon, and hit you with the, well, this never would have happened if Nick Saban was when Nick Saban was head coach. But anyway, it happened, so get over it. They'll probably put Alabama in the playoff anyway, so and in the end, does it really make a difference? Because like I said, they're probably going to put Alabama in the playoff anyway. I think that is why they expanded the playoffs. They're going to keep expanding it. If Alabama doesn't get in this year, I'll bet you anything that they expand it again, and they're going to keep expanding it till they get in again. I'm just betting on it. I don't bet, but now WWE presented Bad Blood Saturday afternoon for the first time in 20 years. Presented the Bad Blood premium live event, kicked off by a hellacious Hell in a Cell match, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. This match, the match that topped the card, also featured the unlikely duo of WWE champion Cody Rhodes and sworn enemy Roman Reigns, squaring off against the Bloodline's self-proclaimed tribal chief Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. And it brought us finally the return of Jimmy Uso. Yeah, a lot of people were saying, a lot of people were they would always be predicting that he would come back. And then the rhetoric was, well, is he ever going to come back? Because we haven't seen Jimmy Uso since Solo and his crew kicked the bejesus out of him and Paul Heyman. Actually, it was just him. The Paul Heyman betrayal would come later. But yeah, that's been a while. But we did see Jimmy return. What went down in WWE's return to Atlanta and who emerged victorious? Well, CM Punk took out Drew McIntyre after a months-long rivalry between the two, culminated inside Hell in a Cell, a match that was as brutal, violent, and punishing as promised. Both men bled and suffered tremendous pain and suffering inside the unforgivable steel confines of WWE's most storied structure. Now, people who hate WWE will tell you, oh, it was fake. It was fake blood. It was fake this, fake that. They could do better. Triple H is a piece of shit, or I didn't say that. listen, before I continue, I will say that some of you guys who just watch WWE to go on Twitter and complain about it, first of all, that's stupid. And second of all, you're still watching it, so they win. Okay, there you go. Back to the match. There were near falls off of finishers, broken and shattered plunder, callbacks to prior story beats, odes to Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin from WrestleMania 13, with the sharpshooter on the man with the crimson mask, as the late Gordon Solie would say. And an appropriate finish that saw Punk feed McIntyre friendship bracelets before delivering a chain-assisted go-to-sleep for the win. Expectations were high entering the match based on the story that preceded it and the promised brutality from Monday's final promo segment, and both men delivered. This match was everything that it needed to be. Now, with Punk defeating McIntyre, my question is, what's next for both of them? What I think should be next for Drew McIntyre, I think it's October. The Rumble is in February this year, or this next year. So 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. So Drew could take a hiatus between now and then. And Punk may be the next to be fed to Gunther at some point. I don't know, maybe Royal Rumble. I don't know, maybe not. Anyway, the next match on Hell in a Cell was Nia Jax defending the Women's Championship against the SmackDown Women's Championship against Bayley. And you had the saga of Tiffany Stratton, the Money in the Bank. Was she going to cash in after the match or during the match even? Which, honestly, she has teased in the past few matches, but Nia Jax scared her off. It was also heavily factored into the closing moments of the match, too. Familiar foes, Jax and Bayley, broke out new moves and inventive counters to keep the other off guard. Nia ended up winning the match, but late in the match, Stratton appeared and capitalized on a ref bump to bash the challenger with the Money in the Bank briefcase. Referee Jessica Carr recovered, grabbed the case, giving the impression that the center of the universe was going to cash in on Jax, earning her the wrath of the Queen of the Ring. Bayley nearly scored the win with a roll-up, but one last distraction from Stratton allowed Jax to cut her opponent off, deliver a Super Samoan drop, and score the win. Jax retains. Now, my question is going to be on SmackDown Friday night. Will there be any get back, any payback? You think surely Jax is going to be ticked off because Tiffany tried to cash in, or again gave the impression that she was going to cash in. But much like the New Day, I think they're going to drag this betrayal out a little bit longer. Are they going to drag it out as long as the New Day's betrayal has been dragged out? I don't know. We'll see. Um, Cole, Michael Cole on commentary. This has been a Met-style thrashing by Nia. And the Phillies fans weren't fans of that. They didn't like that very much. The ref bump on Jessica Carr was unintentionally hilarious. The next match, Damian Priest and Finn Balor. I'll be honest with you, I didn't. For a guy that was world champion just 2 months ago, Damian Priest is kind of. In 2 months, he's kind of fallen off quite a bit. I mean, I'm sure there will be people who disagree with that assessment, but he lost the title and there was never even a mention of him getting a rematch. Priest defeated Finn Balor. What's going to come next? We'll see. Is that feud over? It's funny. Priest yeeted. Well, you got to go yeet, right? When you say yeet. Anyway, Priest yeeted Balor across the announce table at one point. This was the coldest match of the night because the crowd has zero belief in Balor. I mean, he's just kind of there. Next was Chief Content Officer Triple H. Not only revealed a historic night at the box office Saturday night for Bad Blood, but also unveiled the Crown Jewel Championship. Now, for those of you who remember, actually, we don't want to remember the Braun Strowman mess where he won that title that never meant anything. The title will be competed for on November 2nd in Crown Jewel in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. At the top men's and women's champions compete against each other, with the winner hosting the new diamond-studded belt. So that means, unless there is a seismic shift, meaning Sami Zayn beating Gunther for the world title tonight, which it's not going to happen, guys. It means Gunther will face Cody Rhodes. Gunther appeared, wasted little time taunting Goldberg, who sat ringside at Bad Blood with his wife and son. And immediately I said to myself, oh no. Because I knew what was coming. The WWE Hall of Famer copped the guardrail and would have battled the ring general had security not stepped in. Instead, Sami Zayn jumped the Austrian in a preview of the main event tonight on Raw, which is the first 2-hour Raw. Raw returns to 2 hours tonight on USA. It starts at 7 and is off at 9. Goldberg stood tall to close the segment. Will Goldberg be in attendance tonight? And will he have a say in that title match? And the say that he will have, or he would have, if Sami Zayn wins. If Sami Zayn wins, it'll be by disqualification. I don't know if he will, but just saying, if he does. I did think Triple H, he mocked his early WCW gimmick when he said, I was terrorizing WCW. That was his character in WCW, for those who don't remember, or too young to remember, or choose not to. I hope you're a better father than you were a professional wrestler, Gunther says to Goldberg. That was... Next was Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship. Liv retained the... Oh, yes. Dominic was in the shark cage. Now, I thought it was going to be hanging over the ring. They kind of gave that impression. It wasn't. I mean, that didn't make a difference in the match. It was hung basically outside above the ramp, the entrance ramp, which, like I said, doesn't make a difference in the match. But Raquel Rodriguez made a return, wiping out Ripley and drawing the disqualification win for the Eradicator. The former women's tag team champions celebrated along with Mysterio to close things out. Now, since Rhea won by DQ, does this mean she gets another title shot? Now, I don't think that's going to be immediate, but I think she will. Because I think we're going to have Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez for a while. Or Raquel... Yes, Raquel Rodriguez. See, okay. The reason I had to double check on her last name, there was a woman, she was WBKO meteorologist for a while. Her name was Raquel, and she always reminded me of Raquel the wrestler. Not that she looked like that, but just that they had the same name. Okay, yeah, that's yeah, she didn't look anything like that, but same name and whatever. The finish, yeah, I'm not going to be choosy. I'm looking at BleacherReport.com here. They say it was unnecessary, whatever. Rhea defeated Morgan via DQ. Let's see, the other match, the main event, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. I did not really know what was going to happen, but I did know there were a few things. There was, The Rock said that he was going to be at the Georgia game. A Georgia Tech game. And the pay-per-view was Atlanta. So you just knew that The Rock was going to be at the pay-per-view. But you still popped when he showed up, because it's The Rock. And yeah, he was there. Of course, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa made their presence felt, but the returning Jimmy Uso wiped them out at ringside and provided the distraction that allowed Reigns to deliver a spear for the win. A post-match beatdown of Rhodes by the heels drew Reigns and Uso back to the squared circle, and a tense stare-down between the babyfaces appeared to close out the show, until The Rock made his return, standing at the top of the aisle and staring down the champion and OTC. Show went off the air with some intimidating gestures from the final boss. And with that, the road has been paved to Survivor Series War Games. Rock's return injects him back into the Bloodline storyline. And while he gestured at Rhodes and Reigns, it's not out of the question that the three fingers he put up, followed by the throat-slashing sign, was directed at Sikoa, who has now lost 3 high-profile matches as the new tribal chief. So, is he going to side with Sikoa and his boys in the... Is he going to side with Sikoa and his boys in the Survivor Series War Game match only to turn on him? It's a good question. Then there is the return of Jimmy Uso, somewhat overshadowed but essential to whatever it is WWE has in store for all involved at Rogers Arena in Vancouver on November 30th and into WrestleMania season. That the company has taken a story that is 4 years in and still manages to create intrigue and questions is a testament to all involved. I think what they're eventually going to do with Jimmy Uso, Jay is going to lose. Jay has an Intercontinental title match tonight with Xavier Woods on Raw. I don't see Xavier winning the title. And this could be the bust up in the New Day, but I would wait till Survivor Series to do that, because Survivor Series is marking the, let's see, 10th anniversary of the New Day? Or 20th? Marking the anniversary of the New Day. So what's going to happen on the first 2-hour episode of Raw tonight? So I don't know. We'll see. Twosome Racing. Stage 1 of Sunday's Yellowwood 500 was won by Chris Buescher. Stage 2 won by Austin Cindric. Cindric, Logano, Burton, and many more got involved in a wreck with 5 laps to go in the race. There were 26 cars involved. In overtime, the racing was fast and furious as Ricky Stenhouse passed Brad Keselowski for the win with 6 thousandths of a second between. This is his 4th career win. He hasn't won since the 2023 Daytona 500. The Roval in Charlotte next weekend is the final race of the round of 12. AEW has signed a multi-media rights deal with Warner Brothers Discovery. They not only continue to air on Dynamite on TBS, not only do they continue to air Dynamite on TBS, they will be streaming on Max. I don't know how long this is going to... I hear Rampage has been canceled. I don't know when that's going to happen. Do people still watch Rampage? Or did they ever? I don't know. Apparently not, or it wouldn't be veering towards cancellation, right? But Shockwave is on the way, and Collision remains. My question is, how will Shockwave be different from Rampage? And will they keep it on Friday night and have the guts? Or will they keep it on Friday night going against SmackDown? Will they have the guts / stupidity to put Shockwave on Monday night and have it go against Raw? Or will it go against NXT on Tuesday, which, by the way, Dynamite this week is on Tuesday. It will be going against NXT. But yeah, how will Shockwave be different from Rampage? We'll see. Big Blue Madness is this Friday night, 6 p.m. on SEC Network. And Kentucky football comes off their bye week, facing Vanderbilt, who's fresh off their massive upset over Alabama this past Saturday night. All of that is going to make for a wild weekend. Now, I'm going to move around a little bit. Pardon the interruption, if I may steal from Kornheiser and Wilbon. And you're thinking, what are you doing moving around? Well, I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you who's going to be on Kelly Clarkson and The Tonight Show this week. Okay, Kelly, if this will work for me. Okay. Today, Kelly Clarkson has karaoke. She's going to sing The Middle, which I would assume, I don't know any other song called The Middle. Well, Jimmy Eat World had a song in the 90s called The Middle. But I bet she's going to sing the Maren Morris and Zed version. Or not version, they're totally different songs. But, you know, being a 90s baby, she might sing the Jimmy Eat World song. You're just going to have to tune in and see. Miss Pat is on the show. Will Reeve, Matthew Reeve, and Alexander Reeve Givens of the Superman film. That'd be Super/Man, the Christopher Reeve story. And let's see, tonight, tonight, part 3 of the blind auditions for The Voice. Now, I have again started watching The Voice this season because Snoop Dogg is a coach and he is hilarious. The interaction with the coaches are Snoop Dogg, Reba, Michael Bublé, and Gwen Stefani, which is just hilarious stuff. And I think even though the CBS comedies come back next week, I think I'm going to stick with watching The Voice because I've got Paramount Plus and you can watch the comedies on Paramount Plus. Now, The Voice, I don't know why, but they do not keep The Voice updated. I checked last week and one of the latest episodes of The Voice was last season when Dan and Shay were a coach. Tonight on The Tonight Show, Hoda Kotb, Henrik Lundqvist, and Gabrielle LaBelle, Vampire Weekend, performs. Seth Meyers, Andrew Garfield, and Kristen Milotti. Kimmel, Governor Tim Walz, film producer Judd Apatow. That's tonight. Tomorrow, Quinta Brunson's going to be on live with Kelly and Mark. Let's see what else we got here. Kelly. Kelly Clarkson's show on Tuesday. Karaoke, Building a Mystery, Sarah McLachlan's song. Lucas Bravo. Okay. And The Voice is on again on NBC tomorrow night. Dancing with the Stars on ABC, if you're so inclined. CBS is re-airing the pilot of Matlock. The new Matlock. They're not going back into the 80s and airing the old one. And let's see, tomorrow night on Fallon is Chris Pine, Nicholas Braun, and comic Mary Mack. Let's see, Wednesday. Today Show has Trevor Noah, Pharrell. GMA has Goldie Hawn, actress Goldie Hawn. Did I say Goldie Hawn? Good Lord, man. And Cheryl Lee Ralph from Abbott Elementary. Raleigh Keough will be on Kelly and Ryan Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon on the Kelly Clarkson Show, karaoke will be the song Eras of Us from Fletcher. Sarah Paulson, Teddy Swims. The person's name is Teddy Swims. They do not have a guy named Teddy going swimming. Just for those who don't know who Teddy Swims is, it's an actual person. Let's see, Wednesday night on Fallon is Pharrell Williams, actress Rachel Sennett, and Phineas Toxin performs. Phineas, of course, is Billie Eilish's brother. Raleigh Keough will be on Seth Meyers Wednesday, as will Eric Idle. Wednesday on Kimmel, actress Quinta Brunson from Abbott Elementary and Henry Winkler, The Offspring will perform. Thursday, live with Kelly, Ali Wong, comedian Ali Wong, Lamorne Morris from the film Saturday Night, which is, about Saturday Night Live. And let's see, Thursday afternoon on Kelly Clarkson. Her karaoke will be That's Life, the classic from Frank Sinatra. Ali Wong, Lamorne Morris, and Phineas will perform. And let's see, Thursday night, Dr. Odyssey, episode 3. I have not watched an episode of Dr. Odyssey yet. I'll probably be watching most of my TV on Hulu, to be honest. All the new sitcoms and dramas, just because it's easier that way, especially when there's like 3 or 4 things that are gonna be on, which there are 3 or 4 things on right now. Fallon on Thursday night. Jordan Peele, Madeline Klein, and music from Kane Brown. That's going to be a good show. Now, the way I've been watching Fallon, as I've told you before, is on Peacock. Because, again, much better picture. And I'm also glad that, Sunday Night Football was on Peacock last night, but the NASCAR race yesterday was not. I don't know why, but they pick and choose which NASCAR races they put on Peacock. Sometimes they'll have one on, sometimes they won't, which sucks. But it is what it is. Now we go into Friday, and GMA has Chef Owen Hunt. I swear, just glancing at it, it said Owen H-A-N. I thought it said Owen Hart. I mean, my God. Whew. No, I don't have to get my eyes checked. Andrew Garfield will be on the Kelly and Mark, as will Tyler James Williams from Abbott Elementary. Let's see. The music on the morning shows have come to an end, which I'm going to be totally honest, they didn't really bowl me over with what little they had pertaining to music. So, it's... let's see, Friday night's always repeat night. At least until Fire Country and Blue Bloods return, which I would have thought they would have returned by now, but maybe it's going to be next week. But like I said, no new TV shows Friday night means that, well, I would have been watching Big Blue Madness anyway. Big Blue Madness will be at 6 p.m. Central on SEC Network. And all the late night shows are, oh, wait a minute, they're not repeats. Well, this is different. Jimmy Fallon is new Friday night. At least that's what the Dish thing says. But I'm going to guess that he's a repeat, because do any of the late night people do new shows on Friday nights? I don't think so. Anyway, how many times have I said anyway in this thing? Saturday Night Live, Season 50, Episode 3. Ariana Grande is the host, and the musical guest is Stevie Nicks. That could be good. That could be good. Actually, I bet the first two were good. I have not watched Saturday Night Live yet. I've taken the approach with Saturday Night Live. As I have with the late night shows. I don't record them anymore. I watch them on the app because, well, let's be honest. Again, better picture. And if you watch on the app, you can you have the option of, you can speed through the stuff that you don't want to see. And again, better picture. Well, that's going to do it for me today, I believe. I know I usually hit you with a music pick, and today I listened to Michael DeBar's show on Underground Garage. Channel 23, Sirius XM. Shameless plug. Actually, I don't work for him, so it's not really a plug, is it? Well, it is. That is pretty much it. When I'm not listening to that, if I am listening to music, listen to a lot of music. I'm listening to classic rock on Spotify, or my Islanders playlist on Spotify, which includes Jimmy Buffett, Bob Marley, Toots and the Maytals, some Dave Matthews stuff, just all kinds of good stuff. And that's about it for this week. I will check back in either the end of the week or beginning of next. I usually like to do these on Monday afternoon, so probably next week, probably next Monday. So yeah, you guys have a great week, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.